The echo of footsteps reverberated through the dimly lit courthouse corridor, slicing through the building's usual hush. Line after line of police officers stood at attention, the weight of their bulletproof vests evident in their stiff postures. As a tall, confident black woman strode through, one officer muttered sarcastically, "What is this, a movie set?" Another burst into laughter, their jeers bouncing off the cold marble walls. Nearby staff and waiting witnesses exchanged uneasy glances. Some looked away, others faked disinterest. The woman slowed her pace as she approached the officers. Her eyes, rimmed in red, were steady and composed. Officer A, swinging his coffee cup, jeered, "Should have bought a ticket for this show, ma'am." Officer B leaned in, whispering, "Maybe there's a comedy act inside. Wanna go?" A few more officers joined in, spurred on by their jangling radios and pop music echoing in their earpieces. At the corridor's end, the assistant prosecutor watched, holding his breath. The woman's patience writhed in her expression. Her wristwatch caught the light. The officers' laughter crescendoed, their amusement amplified by the corridor's concrete acoustics. Suddenly, she drew a deep breath and locked her gaze onto them. "Is this a joke to you, gentlemen?" she asked, her tone icy. Laughter died midair. Several officers averted their eyes. Whispers snaked through the corridor. "She's gonna respond?" She reached inside her blazer and produced a platinum badge, its gleam slicing through the dimness. Officer A sneered, "Scary, isn't it?" She raised her badge in front of him, silencing every mocking giggle in an instant. The wall clock seemed to freeze. Its ticks vanished. The woman swiveled her badge before them. "National Civil Security Agency, sir," she announced. Officer B's eyes widened in disbelief. The chorus of chatter dwindled to hushed murmurs. The assistant prosecutor scrawled frantic notes. Officer A croaked, "You mean you're—" She nodded coldly. "Indeed." The officers stalled, fingers grazing their holsters as if for reassurance. Her gaze, sharp and unflinching, pierced each of them. Officer C stammered, I apologize." She replied, "No, this is a courthouse corridor." A flicker of defiance lingered in Officer D's smirk. "Funny, isn't it?" she retorted, "Not nearly as funny as you." Tension spiked, arms crossed, hands hovered near batons. The assistant prosecutor stepped forward. "Ma'am, let's clarify this." She returned her badge to her pocket, her expression steely. "You tested my authority today." Officer A shrugged, chastened. "We misjudged." The corridor was plunged into heavy silence as she strode away, leaving the officers trembling in shock. At the corridor's far end, echoes of their earlier jeers still lingered. Officer B rubbed his eyes, muttering, "I don't and didn't know." She stopped and turned. "You mocked me out of ignorance." Officer C raised his hands defensively. "We never intended disrespect." She arched an eyebrow. "Then why am I here?" Their gazes met, guilt and shame warring on their faces. The assistant prosecutor intervened. "Director Jones, please explain." She held herself tall. "I oversee this case on behalf of the National Civil Security Agency." Officer D stepped forward, pride suffusing his posture. "We meant no harm." She tilted her head. "Prejudice is the real harm." A janitor paused his broom, ashamed at the charged silence. Grumbles of remorse swirled among the officers. Officer A swallowed. "Can you forgive us?" Her resolve unwavering, she said, "Ensure justice is served fairly." One officer's voice cracked. "Yes, Director." She flashed her badge once more. "Respect earns respect." The corridor's chill deepened. As if the marble itself had absorbed the lesson, she vanished into the shadows, her parting words echoing, "Bias blinds justice." The next day at lunch, the officers sat in the precinct break room in solemn silence. Whispers about the corridor incident drifted between them. Officer B struck the table with a fork. Never again. Officer C buried his face in his hands. We fell prey to our own prejudice. Their nods were somber admissions. The incident report read, upon learning director's identity in the corridor, the prosecutor's memo noted profound shame and lesson learned. On the break room TV, a news anchor announced, National Civil Security Director's courthouse visit and ensuing conflict with officers. The officers watched, the stain of humiliation fresh. Officer A sighed, we'll judge character over title from now on. His comrades agreed, a pact of renewal forged in silence. Meanwhile, the director departed the courthouse next morning as unwavering as ever, strong and unbowed. From that day, every person passing through the corridor was met with respect. No taunts, no prejudice, only the weight of true justice. As the door closed behind her, a deeper silence settled, carrying a warning. Never underestimate the power behind a badge.